Alright, so yeah, today we'll discuss about the 2020 specimen paper 2 here. So yeah, so let's begin here. Yeah, same thing, you have some formula here, and yeah, let's start with the first questions. Okay, yeah, the first question should be quite okay because it doesn't seem really hard here. The first question here is about the algebra. So yeah, it's quite easy. So basically what you need to do is you need to make x or y as a subject. You guys can hear me, right? Or my voice got any problem? Yes, okay. Then okay. So let's make x a subject. Then x equals to 3 over y, isn't it? My first equation, and then I will sub into my second equation. Then it says sub 1 into 2. Then yeah, then you have 3 over y power of 4, and then y power of 5 equals to 486. So this is 3 power of 4, which is 81, over y power of 4 multiply y power of 5 equals to 486. Then this one I will simplify. I will left 1y only. Yeah, actually I can just cut the 5. I just cut the 5. I left 1y. And then so therefore my y equals to 486 divided by 81. And then use the calculator. Yeah, you should be able to get the answer easily. Which is 6. Alright. Yeah, you can make y the subject and then you should be able to find the same result as well. Alright, next one. So on the axis below, sketch the graph of y equals to 1 over 5, x minus 2, x minus 5, and x plus 5, showing the coordinates of the point where the coordinate meet the coordinate axis. That means you need to show the x-intercept and y-intercept at the same time. So okay, so if I want to show the x-intercept, it's quite easy. I will just make y equals to 0. So when y equals to 0, I should, okay, now we do about x-intercept first. We will make y 0. I put a comma at the back, look nicer. When y equals to 0, so you will get 0 equals to 1 over 5, x minus 2, x minus 4, and x plus 5. So we can straight away cancel out the x minus 1 over 5, right? Because you multiply 5 for both sides, then you will get 1. Alright, then we can easily get the x answer from here. So our x will equals to 2, will equals to 4, and will equals to negative 5, isn't it? So we have 3 x-intercept here. Alright, then we will need to find the y-intercept as well. So if I want to find the y-intercept, what I can do is I will make x equals to 0. So when x equals to 0, my y equals to 1 over 5 times negative 2, negative 4, and 5. Isn't it? When x equals to 0, then you should be able to get 4, which is 8, right? Yeah, you can use the calculator to do the calculation. Yeah, 5 and 5, you can't simplify, you got 8 here. So that means I know this curve actually will touch at 8 for y-intercept and x-intercept, which is the 3 point here. Okay, then the next thing is you need to determine what is this graph. Is a cubic, quadratic, or linear? Then we will see the highest power of x. So the highest power of x for this one will be oh my god. Is everything okay? Okay, now okay already. Okay, so when you see the power here, x times x times x, you know you will get x cubed, right? So x cubed will be the cubic equation. So the cubic equation, you need to see the a value. If a is positive, then your cubic equation will look like this. When a is negative, then the cubic equation will look like this. Okay, where is the a? a will be the number in front of the x cubed here, which is ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d, right? This is the cubic equation. So from here, this is 1, 1 and 1, so it's like 1x cubed, and then multiply 1 over 5, so it's 1 over 5x cubed. So you will choose the first one because yeah, a is bigger than 0. So when I draw the time, I kind of like need to adjust a little bit. I want to touch the -5. So of course you can label -1, -2, -3, -4 and so on, but normally I will just draw it first. I just estimate it's something like this. I will touch a 2 and then I will pass by 4. So you can see this is what happened. This is -5. And then this one will be roughly 2. And then this one will be roughly 4. And then I will pass by the y-intercept at 8 here. Yeah, this is how I will sketch this one. This one is just based on the estimation. So the most important is the axis, the coordinate axis you will meet. So you need to kind of label the x-intercept and y-intercept in this case. Yeah, then we are done. So yeah, you need to realize first thing is this is cubic equation. Second, you need to know about the cubic equation shape. Then only you can draw this one. I believe they'll give you like few mark, 2 mark for this. Explain why you sketch in the part A can be used to solve the inequality. Yeah, this one for explanation you can use any word you think it makes sense. Okay, why you can use this curve or the part A to actually solve this equation. So if you check out this equation and this one and the equation given at the beginning here, you realize they are quite similar, right? The highlighter is not so good. So if I copy this thing, go to the part B, you will realize the 1 over 5 actually gone already, and then this equal sign change to inequality, the y will become 0. So okay, you can say something. Yeah, you can multiply throughout the 5 for the whole equation, and then you will get the same equation, and then the x value actually will not change, right? So at the marking scheme over there, they will say the x-axis is invariant. Okay, what's the meaning of x-axis is invariant? Because in order to solve this inequality, what you need to understand is what is your x-intercept, because you need to use the x-intercept to actually solve it. So when I say the value at the x-axis is invariant, that means all the x-intercept remain the same. Okay, or you can use any word I think it makes sense for you, or you can say something like when y equals to 0, all the x-intercept value doesn't change. Therefore, I can use it to solve this equation. Yeah. So the most important thing is you don't need to say about y-intercept. You just need to say about x-intercept, because you need to use the x-intercept to solve this kind of questions. So you can use your own words to answer this kind of questions. But the marking scheme over there, they kind of say something like value at the x-axis is invariant. Invariant, that means doesn't change. Okay, so okay, then we kind of need to solve it. Okay, less than 0 means what? Let's say this whole thing is a y. Okay, so when y is less than equals to 0 means what? If y equals to 0, this one is the x-axis, isn't it? When y less or equal to 0 means below the x-axis. You need to find the part below the x-axis. So if you see the curve carefully, below the x-axis when less than -5, isn't it? When x is less than -5. Because here, all the part here is less than, or y less than 0. And all the part here also is below x-axis, isn't it? So what is the x value here? The x value here will be between 2 and 4. Here will be, x value will be less than equals to -5. So we have both of these. X will be less or equals to -5, and then or x will be between 2 and 4. Okay, so this is how we do this kind of question here. So I hope you can see it. So, okay, let's move on to the next one. If you don't understand, you let me know so I can try to explain more. So, find the G inverse and state its domain and its range. So, range we kind of already know, right? Because range is copy the domain. Okay, so you just remember, like for gx, no, I will just say domain and range. So the okay, the gx domain will actually same with the range of the G inverse. They will be same. Okay, so the I do this table, I think even more confused to you. Okay, never mind. Maybe I can just write it down. It doesn't let me erase. Seriously? Okay, now can erase already. Okay, so basically, I think I do like this. Domain first. So the domain for gx will same with the domain with G inverse x. And then I do the range. So the range of gx will same with the range of G inverse x. So what am I talking about? This is wrong. Okay, basically, okay, I write the whole word lah. Domain of gx will be same with the range of G inverse. Okay, so the range of gx will same with the domain of G inverse. Yeah, this is the correct one. Okay, so therefore you can see when we say domain is for the x, when we say range is for the y. Range is for the y. Okay, so in this case, this one is the domain for gx, right? So it's same with the range of G inverse. So therefore, the range of G inverse, I will say G inverse will be bigger than 0. I just straight away copy it. Okay. Okay, then after that, I kind of need to, because I need the domain for G inverse also, right? So I need to know what is the range of the gx. So if you know about graph for ln x is basically, it will look like this. It will reflection of the ex, so it will be something look like this. So the range of it is basically, it will from the negative infinity y to the positive infinity. But then in IGCSE, we doesn't use infinity to represent it. So therefore, the range for this one, G will be the real number. Will be element of the real number. So therefore, this is the range, right, for gx. So range of gx will equal to domain of G inverse, isn't it? So therefore, domain for G inverse will be x will be the element of the real number. Okay, it's the element of the real number is how we use to represent the infinity, no matter for x or for y. From negative infinity to positive infinity, we will call it is the element of real number. That means we include all the number. Okay, so by the way, we need some equation here. So yeah, we need to find the G inverse, right? So we'll make depend which method you like. So I will make y equals to 2 plus 4 ln x. So I make x as the subject, isn't it? So y minus 2 divided by 4 equals to ln x. So x will equals to y over y minus 2 over 4. So therefore my G inverse x, this one is my G inverse, right, will equals to x minus 2 over 4. Okay, you know how to do about inverse function, right? So yeah, you can use your own way to do it. Yeah, some students just love to change the x and y at the same time. Yeah, you can do that also. Yeah, just use whatever method makes sense to you. Yeah, if you do not know how to do inverse function, you let me know. I can explain again. Alright, so yeah, then they ask about range and domain. I believe this is 2 mark and 1 mark for each. Okay, so yeah, and hence no, it doesn't have the hence. And that's just ask you to solve the GHX equals to 10. So I kind of need to substitute HX into GX. So if I substitute HX into GX, that means I write the equation of GX. 2 plus 4 ln x equals to 10. And just after you substitute already, your x for the gx will become hx, isn't it? Because you sub hx into the gx. You just imagine you sub hx into the gx here. So that means all the x here you need to change to the hx. So what is your hx? Will be x squared plus 4. Then I will just solve this one. So which is 4 ln x squared plus 4 equals to 8. Then ln x squared plus 4 equals to, divided by 4, 2. Then x squared plus 4 equals to e2. Then x, yeah, straight away do lah. E squared minus 4 square root positive negative. Alright, so but then over here they tell you x must be bigger than 0. So this is the reason why you cannot do positive negative, or else you will be minus mark. Because it's negative is less than 0 already, you must only do positive. You can leave your answer like this, or you change it to the decimal. Because here it doesn't say about exact value, right? So it doesn't say about exact value, you can leave like this or decimal. If decimal, at least you take 3 significant figures. Okay? Alright, then they ask you to solve this one. Remember, when you see this dot carefully, this is a prime. This is not the inverse. Because some students might think, oh, this is inverse G equals to inverse H, which is not. This is directive. Alright, you kind of need to differentiate GX will equals to differentiate HX. Okay, so yeah, we kind of need to differentiate both of this. So yeah, I kind of will use the space here. So if I differentiate the GX, differentiate 2 will give it 0. And when I differentiate 4 ln x will give me 4 over x. Alright, and I differentiate hx here, just give me 2x. So when differentiate gx will equals to differentiate hx, so therefore 4 over x equals to 2x, then 2 equals to x squared, then x will equals to square root 2. Yeah, you will kind of do positive negative square root 2, right? But then the question will tell you that x must always be bigger than 0. Because even though you sub in the negative square root 2 into a ln x, you will get math error also. So you shouldn't do positive negative here, or else you will be minus mark. Or maybe the examiner will mark you wrong also. So must be very, very careful about the range. Okay? Yeah, we done already on the top there. So far so good. Okay, then we will actually sketch about the graph for sine. Okay, first thing first is when you have an equation like this, of course you need to check the range definitely, and then they ask you to show the coordinate, the point will meet all the exit. That means you have to show the x-intercept and y-intercept. Alright, for the trigonometry, we will do C first. Alright, remember y equals to a sine bx plus c. This is a general equation for trigo. So we will do this one first. We focus on C first, then we focus on A. Last only we focus on bx. This is kind of the step I will always use it for myself. So C is -1. That means I will need to kind of like do, this is -3, right? -1 is a bit here. Then we have a -2 here. Okay. Then here we kind of have 1 and 2. Okay, so when negative 1, that's mean now negative 1 will be my new x-axis. So I have a new x-axis here. Of course, in the exam, you will use ruler to draw it. Okay, this one I will assume is my new x-axis. That means what? I will draw my trigo from the line of negative 1 here. Alright, then the next thing is I focus on A. This is C, done already. A is 2. A is the amplitude. Amplitude means what? We will from negative 1 here, we're going up 2 unit, going down 2 unit. Okay, plus 2, minus 2 from the negative 1, not from the x-axis. Alright, then the next thing is, we need to do this thing. Periods. We need to know what is our one cycle. So for sine and cos always equal to 360. So this one equals to 360. Then x will equals to, use the calculator, 360 times 2 over 3, which is 240. Okay, this is my period, right? Period means what? Means my trigo graph here, one cycle will stop at 360. One cycle will stop at 240. This is my periods. Okay, so, but then the problem now is I only want to draw until 180. So you kind of need to imagine like this. We don't care about the A and C first. We just do 240. Sine graph 240 will be something like this. So here will be 240. Here will be 120 because half of it, isn't it? So 180 is just nice at the middle here. So that's me. Now when I draw this graph, I will actually draw up to here only. Okay, or maybe I use blue color. That's mean I will draw up to here only. I will not draw the whole graph because the question asked me draw up to 180. Okay, so this is something you kind of need to be careful a little bit. Okay, I'm not sure why it keep on lag here. Yeah, it should be fine already. Okay, so now I want to draw. I will start from 0 here, and then for 180 here, I kind of need to divide. I will kind of need to like see the ratio for every 60. So I call here is about 60 here. Is about 120 here. Just roughly. Of course, you want to use ruler to measure, you can do that. So my 60 degree will be here, right? So I'll start from 0, go to 60, 120, 180. So this is what I will do. So I from 0, I will add negative 1. 60, I will go to the maximum, which is 1. And then 120, I will go back to the negative 1. And then 180, I will go to 3 here. Okay, so my graph will look something like this. This one is just half of it. Oh my god. Let me just draw nicely a little bit. So, no, it's not nice at all. Let me just... you kind of need to keep on drawing until you get a perfect one. Alright, so... and then this one at the maximum 1 here, this one at the minimum negative 3 here. Okay, so you kind of need to know this kind of thing quite well. Okay, of course some cheating way, just in case in an exam you do not understand the amplitude, you do not understand about period, and then you don't understand the C as well. What you can do is, I will recommend you to actually form a table and then type in the calculator lah. Give yourselves some value you like. But in this case, if you just divide into 4 parts, you will be not happy. So you kind of need to like insert the 60 degree, 120 degree, 180 degree. Then you will get a coordinate and then you can plot on it. Just in the exam, maybe you kind of do not know about this 3 angle, then you can start with 30, 60, 90, 120. You can do that also. And I hope the examiner will give you point. But as a MF teacher, of course, I will ask you to understand this because it's not like very hard. Because for me, it's quite easy if you understand. Anyways, I will move on to the next one. Okay, number 5 here. So a character of a 6 character password is to be chosen from a 9 character here. So we have letter, we have number, and we have symbol here. So each character may be used once in any password. Okay, so find the number of 6 character password that may be chosen if there are no restriction. Okay, so yeah, we have 9 of it. We want to choose 6 and no restriction. And because this is password means what? Password means arrangement matter. So we will use P. Alright, so it's 9P6. Then we just type the thing into the calculator. And then we have about 60,000 combination. 60,480. Okay, so the passwords consist of 2 letters, 2 number, and 2 symbol. That means from each of it, I need to choose 2. Letter, we have 4 letters, we choose 2. 3 number, we choose 2. 2 symbol, we choose 2. And with P, why I suddenly write C? And then we multiply each other. You can easily get the 2 mark here. So we have 4P2 times 3P2 times 2P2. This is 144. Okay, so the password must start and end with a symbol. So that means the first must be symbol, last must be symbol, and then we have 6 of it, right? So that means the middle 4 character here can be mixed between the letter and number, right? Symbol we only have 2. We use for the begin and end already, and then here we have 7, right? So therefore, for 7 number and letter, I will choose 4 and to arrange. And then these 2 symbols can swap place among themselves is 2p2, 2 factorial, or 2. Alright, so yeah. So 7p4 times 2. Or you want to do 2 factorial also can. 1680. Okay, these consider quite common and very easy permutation questions. Alright, so okay, for part B here, so an examiner consists of the section A contain a 10 short questions, section B have 5 long questions. Candidates are required to answer 6 questions from section A and 3 questions from section B. Okay, so find a number of different selection. See the word selection? Most of the time you see selection or chosen. This kind of word is for the combination. So it's U for NCR. Okay, so yeah, kind of the keywords here can be made. So of course when you do the exam question, the arrangement also doesn't matter, right? You don't need to arrange the question 1 and 2, right? So in this case, yeah, you definitely use C, not using P, alright? So there's no further restriction, so that's in, yeah, 10 question, I have to solve 6. And then multiply, section B, you have 5 question, I have to solve 3. Okay, why I use multiply or not plus? Let me say it one more time here. When I do plus, that means I can do either 6 question or 3 question. Means I can choose all. But this case, because in total you need to solve about 9 question, right? So it's an and. When it's an and, you do multiply. You cannot do plus. Alright, so yeah, use a calculator to solve it. So yeah, 2100. Alright, so the candidates must answer the first 2 questions in the section A and first question in the section B. So must answer means what? Must answer that means you don't need to choose from it already. So it's out of your selection. So that means from the section A here, Suppose you need to choose about 6 questions, but because you have 2 questions, you must answer already. So these 2 questions you don't need to choose. Then you need to choose another 4 more questions. Same idea for section B. The first question is a must question, so you don't need to choose from it. But section B, you need to choose 3 questions, right? So you still have 2 more here. So, okay, so from here, you have 10 questions to choose, right? But because I have 2 questions, it's a must answer already, so you only left 8. This one got 1, section B got 1 question, it's a must to answer, so you only left 4 more. So therefore, I will choose from here, okay? So section A is 8 questions, I choose 4. And section B is 4 questions, I choose 2. And I multiply. Okay, this kind of question last time is quite famous, but like recent year you seldom see this. So yeah, you please remember about these methods, because some students when they see must answer, maybe they actually get confused a little bit, but the method is still the same. You just imagine must answer, that means you don't need to choose from there anymore, so you just like take it out. Okay, so 8C4 multiply 4C2, 420. Okay. Question number 6. So the particle P travel in a straight line such that t second after passing through the fixed point O. Yeah, this is my favorite sentence. Because what? Because this sentence tell me s equals to 0, t equals to 0. Okay? If the particle start from origin. Okay? So t second after passing through the fixed point O. Yeah, they already tell you passing through the fixed point O, so it start at origin. It's no if. Okay, so the velocity is given like this. Alright, so of course you know this one is later help you to find C when you integrate V. Okay, so you kind of need to use this information, and you might think most of the time C is 0, right? Yes, most of the time C is 0, but most of the time it's not all the time, because what? You have E. When E power of 0 actually will give you 1. So in this case, C will not be 0. Okay, so, but anyways, let's have a look at these questions. So they ask you to find the speed of P at origin. At origin, we know time equals 0. But over here, why the question doesn't ask you to find velocity, but the question asks you to find speed? Because speed must be always positive. Velocity can be negative, right? Because negative means actually moving on another directions. So, but speed is always positive. So therefore, we just sub the 0 into the t. So it's E0 minus 4 power of 3. So the velocity is basically, this is 1 minus 4, which is negative 3, which is negative 27. But if you write this out as a speed, you will got wrong, because speed must be always positive. So it'll be 27 meter per second. Alright, this one negative 27 just means moving this direction with the speed of 27. Okay, but the speed must be always positive 7. Always positive value. Find the value of t which the p is instantaneously at rest. So rest means what? Velocity equals 0. They ask you to find the t value. So when v equals 0, so I will get 0. E t squared over 8 minus 4 power of 3. Okay, so I like cube root both sides. So the power of 3 gone already. I cube root both sides. So the power of 3 actually I can simplify. And cube root of 0 is still 0. And then I'm going to move my 4 to the other side. I get 4 here. And e t squared over 8. And then I move my e will become ln 4 is t squared over 8. And then I will do t will equal to square root of 8 ln 4. And you realize here I didn't do the positive negative for my square root. One of the reasons is time must be always positive as well. So yeah, so I didn't do any positive negative thing for my square root. The question doesn't ask about the exact value. Yeah, I can type in the calculator to give you some idea about 8 ln 4. 3.92 seconds. It's kind of weird, but yeah, this is your time. Okay, find the accelerations of p when t equals to 1. So you need to get a. So in order from v go to a, you kind of need to remember about the diagram, about SVA, right? This direction is differentiate, okay? dv dt. This is ds dt. Okay, if going back here will be integrate a and integrate v. Yeah, you kind of know about this diagram. Then you will know. You have v, you want to go to a, you kind of need to differentiate v, right? So if I differentiate v here, yeah, so I will say a equals to dv dt, then which is differentiate this thing, 3 move to the front, copy whatever inside, minus 1, which is power 2, and then you need to differentiate inside and right at the back here. So if I differentiate inside the bracket, what I will get is I will get 2t. Yeah, I will get 2t e t squared over a. And then whatever inside the bracket, just copy e t squared over a minus 4. That's why they give you 4 mark. There's quite a lot of things here. Yeah, then I sub in my 1 into the whole thing. So 3 e1 over 8 minus 4 power of 2. This is 2, 1, e1 over 8. Alright, just type everything into the calculator. Then you should get a nice number. 1 over 8 minus 4. And then this is 2 multiply e1 over 8. Okay, negative 19.49 meter per second square. Yep. Is everything okay? Yep, anything you want to ask me? Yeah, because I want to check the answer. The answer is 6.98, so that's mean I did make some mistake here. Yeah. Okay, where's my mistake? When I differentiate this thing, yeah, when I differentiate this part, actually I got wrong because what? You differentiate dt lah, no longer dx. When you differentiate e t squared over 8, it differentiate the whole thing lah. Because just now I just differentiate the t squared, I kind of cannot ignore about the 8. So this one actually will give me what? This one is kind of differentiate 1 over 8 t squared, right? So if you differentiate this one, it actually give me 1 over 4 t, isn't it? So yeah, 2 move to the front minus 1. So this is 1 over 4t, not 2t. Because here I actually write the 2t, right? Yeah, this one is basically is 1 over 4t. You get it, right? This is 1, because you need to differentiate the power right at the front, and then you copy the whole thing, isn't it? This is what happened after you differentiate. Because you differentiate t squared over 8 should give you 1 over 4t. It's not the 2t because I write the 2t. This is the reason why I double check my answer. So therefore, this one will be 1 over 4. So yeah. Tap in the calculator again. And yeah, this one is wrong also. I even forget to square it. Oh my god, so many mistakes. Yeah, you should get 6.98. Yeah, this is the correct one. Okay, so you must be very careful when you do the differentiation. Yeah, because just now I don't know why my brain actually think about something like differentiate something like et square. Then I will get 2t et square, right? But then this is t square over a. I just totally ignore about the over a. So this is the reason why I got wrong just now. But anyways, yeah, must be very careful when you do it in the exam. Alright, number 7 here. Linear law. So the variable x and y such that the log y is plotted against x squared and the straight line is passing through these 2 points. So log y x squared, these are very important tips here. That means you have a graph. This is log y against the x squared, isn't it? So and then you have 2 coordinates in it, which is something like 1 and 0.73, and another one will be 4 and 0.10. So you have these two coordinate on the graph here. Okay, so you kind of know these two coordinates is for you to find the gradient. So later you will do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Alright, and then the next thing is we need to change our equation into that pattern. If I do this one into the y equals to mx plus c, my y will be log y, my m will be my gradient, which is I can get from these 2 points, and my x will be x squared plus c. So I need to have an equation like this. This is my linear equation, which is I need to, how I get this is basically from the sentence here. I can easily get it. So anyways, go to part A. Given that y equals to abx squared, find the value of each of the constant a and b. Right, because a lot of students, they will make mistake in this kind of question is what? Yeah, they see these two values, they think, oh, maybe I can do simultaneous. They sub the 1 into the x here, sub the 0.73 into the y here, and then they do simultaneous and they solve it, they will get a and b, which is wrong because what? Because these two coordinate is not inside the xy graph, you know. So these two is no longer the x coordinate and y coordinate. In fact, this coordinate is for the x squared and this 0.73 is for the log y. So you cannot use this x and y sub into the equation and do simultaneous in this case. Right, so you need to use the linear law. So what I will do is, because I want to have log y, I add log for both sides. And then log rule tell me that multiply, I can expand, become plus. Okay, and then log rule also tell me power, I can move to the front, become multiply. So this is x squared log b plus log a. But I do not want in this pattern, right? You see my equation here. I want my x squared at this position, then I can know my gradient, right? So therefore, I swap place. I call this one log b x squared, because x squared multiply log b and log b multiply x squared is the same thing, isn't it? So right now, from the position of it, I know log b is my gradient. This one will be my y-intercept c. Alright, so then I can get my b easily because log b is a gradient, right? I can do the gradient here. 0.73 minus 0.10. Use the gradient formula, right? 1 minus 4. Then I can find the b from here. 0.73 minus 0.1 divided by negative 3. So it's about kind of 0.21. Then b equals to 10 power of negative 0.21. Oops. So you will get b equals to 0.617. Right, then but we still need to find the c, isn't it? So I kind of need to insert the, because we don't have graph here, so we need to insert our gradient. So what is my gradient here is log b, right? What is log b? Log b, I take this value, It's not b only, so it's about 0.21, negative 0.21 x squared plus log a. So in order to find log a, I need to substitute any of the coordinate into this equation. So I choose the first coordinate. Alright, so my log y is 0.73 equals to 0.21. My x squared is 1 plus log a. So by solving this equation, I can get my log a. So my log a is 0.94. So a equals to 10 power of 0.94. Then I can get my a from here, which is the 10 power of 0.94. Then I will get 8.71. Right, so yeah, this is how you solve this kind of question. Don't substitute in and do simultaneous, alright? Okay, find the value of y when x equals to that. Okay, so you can use back original equation or use this one. Either one will be good, but I think the first one is easier because I have a and b already. A is 8.71, b is 0.617 x squared. So x squared will be 1.5 square. Yeah, a lot of power, but yeah, you can let the calculator do the job lah. Alright, so yeah, 8.71 multiply 0.617 power of 1.5 square. So you'll get 2.94. Yeah, which is your final answer. Yep. They can accept any value between 2.9 to 3. So 2.94 is fine. So find the positive value of x when y equals to 2. Yeah, for this one, because x is a power, so I kind of use back the linear log equation. Seems easier for me. So I don't need to log again. So yeah, you can use the original equation and then you add a log. You still get back the same thing. But I think using this one is kind of easier. So y is 2, right? So log 2 equals to negative 0.21 x squared plus my log a is 0.94. So yeah, I'm solving this equation. So x squared equals to 0.94 minus log 2 divided by 0.21. Just the algebra, you move around, then you should be able to get it. Alright, so 0.94 minus log 2 divided by 0.21, and then I square it the answer. I want positive answer only, so it'll be 1.74. Okay, so yeah, sometimes you choose the right equation for linear law. Actually, I will save some time because it's just like 2 mark and 2 mark, so you shouldn't like spend too much time on it. Alright, so yeah, so far so good. Okay, let's continue number 8 here. Okay, so the diagram actually show the circle center O, radius R. So the point A and B lies on the circle such that AOB is 2 theta. Given the perimeter of the shaded region is 20, and show R equal to this one. So over here you have an information, perimeter is 20 centimeter, and then they ask you to get this equation. And if you see carefully, this equation don't have R, right? Yeah, it have R. I mean, this equation don't have the perimeter. Oh no, it's just a very simple one. I thought need to form 2 equations and sub into each other, but no need. Okay, in order to get the perimeter of the shaded region, so what we need to do is, arc length is quite easy. We just do the r theta, s equal to r theta, right? So, which is, yeah, straight away do lah, okay? Because the theta is no longer theta, theta is, here is 2 theta. So this one will be r multiply 2 theta, so it become 2r theta. This one is for the arc of AB, for the arc AB here. Okay, now we will need to find the chords AB, or I just call it AB. Okay, so you kind of need to solve the triangle. It's easier. Of course, you can use the cosine rule if you want. Yeah, but yeah, I think using this one seems easier. Because this is 2 theta, right? I break it into the half, it becomes theta, so it will be theta here. And here will be just r, this is just b. This is a middle, I call it m now, alright? Just give you some idea. Right, so right now I need to find MB. So opposite, I need the opposite and the hypotenuse, so I will use a sine. So sine theta equals to, maybe I call it MB over r. So MB basically equals to r sine theta. Okay, I just move the r to the other side. So far so good. So if I want to find the AB, A to B is double MB, right? It's double of the MB, or you can say it's called AM plus MB, right? But AM is the same as MB, right? Will be 2 MB. So what is my MB? R sine theta. So I kind of get the AB like this. So my parameter will be 2r sine theta plus 2r theta. And what is my parameter? My parameter is 20, right? So yeah, 20 equals to 2r sine theta plus 2r theta. And you see the pattern of the equation, you know can divide 2, right? So 10 equals to r sine theta plus r theta. And then I want to make r a subject, I factorize out the r, sine theta plus theta. So r will equals to 10 over theta plus sine theta. Okay, so yeah, Sean. Yeah, I think the hard part is like find the length of AB. But if you know the trigonometry, Sokatoa, yeah, it shouldn't be too hard for you. Alright, part B. Given that r and theta can be vary, whenever you see can be vary, this kind of thing can vary, it means it's the derivative, differentiation. So find the value of dr d theta when theta equals to pi over 6. So dr d theta kind of need to differentiate this one. So you want to dr d theta this thing. Yeah. So I prefer you change this one into the index form. So r equals to 10 theta plus sine theta power of -1. Then you differentiate from here, is look a bit easier. Move the -1 to the front, so it's -10. So it's theta plus sine theta power -1 is -2. And differentiate inside one more time right at the back. Differentiate theta give me 1. Differentiate sine theta give me cos theta. Right, so this thing, if I rewrite it, is kind of like -10. 1 plus cos theta over theta plus sine theta power of 2. In fact, I think you don't need to rewrite in the fraction. If you just like too lazy to do that, I think it should be fine, because you just need to type everything in the calculator when you insert the theta equal to pi over 6. So yeah, -10. 1 plus cos pi over 6. Pi over 6 is 30 degrees. Cos 30 degrees should be 3 over 2. This one will be pi over 6. Sine pi over 6 will be 0.5, which is half square. Then yeah, actually you don't need to do like me. You need to do like me. Just type everything in the calculator, right? Yeah. So -10 bracket 1 plus square root 3 over 2 divided by pi over 6 plus 0.5. Okay, -18.2. Yep, I hope this is correct. Yes, it is wrong. It's -17.8. Cos pi over 6. Oh, change to the radian. Yeah, square root 3 over 2. What? Correct. What? 1 plus square root 3 over 2. Ah, I forget to square it, isn't it? Yeah, I forget to square it. Yeah, correct. Negative 17.8. Okay, so yeah, make sure you type everything in the calculator correctly, then you will get the correct answer. 4 mark. Alright, then we go to the vector. So in the diagram, AB equals to 4A, BC equals to B, DC equals 7A. So the line AC and DC intersect at the point X. Alright, because you see both A here, you know it's a parallel. If you do not know, you can see the sign, you know it's a parallel. Alright, so, and because this is trapezium also. Alright, so, yeah, we need to find DB. D go to B, which is this one. Where's the B? BC. Oh, this is BC. Okay, so DB will be DC plus CB. Alright, this is bonus mark lah. Okay, so it will be DC plus CB. So DC will be 7A. CB will be negative B. Okay, because opposite direction, you should be able to see. So D to A. Okay, D to A, I can go all the way, right? So I can say it's a DC plus CB plus BA. Okay, of course in the exam, you not necessarily must write all this, but I write it out so that you can understand. This is 7A minus B. What's our BA? BA with negative 4A, right? Minus 4A. Then you should have 3A minus B. Okay. Okay, then the question actually tell you the AX equals to lambda AC. Find in terms of AB and lambda. Okay. So you want in terms of lambda, then I just need to solve the AC. What is our AC? Is it possible to get AC? Yeah, you can get AC easily, right? A to C is just 7A plus B. Okay. From here, AC is just, 4A plus B. 4A plus B to get my AC, okay? So therefore, AX equals to lambda 4A plus B. 4A plus B. Alright, yep. Now my answer in terms of lambda, A and B. So I can leave like this. But if you don't like, you can just multiply the lambda A plus lambda B. Make sure the lambda right in front of the A and B. Okay, because A and B is the important for us here. Okay, but you can leave like this. Is 1 mark only. Alright, so dx. So dx here, because here they only give you information AX. But then you see dx here means what? You kind of need to insert your AX into here. Why you need to insert the AX into here, or you can't straight away get from the graph? One of the reasons is you can't straight away get dx from the graph. If you see carefully, d to x is halfway. There's no way you straight away get the vector here. So therefore, you must use the AX. Another reason you must use the AX because you want your answer have lambda. If you don't use AX, you don't have the lambda. So how can you use the AX dx here? I use the AX into the dx here. Is I separate them. I insert the A into middle. This is what I will do. I will call dx as the dA plus AX. You see, I suddenly have the AX by myself. Okay, so because this is dx, right? Dx equals to lambda AC. AC is 4A plus B. And what is dA? We have the dA, right? D to A will be, we get it here. 3A minus B. So this is 3A minus B plus AX equals to... Okay, they asked about dx. They're not asking about ax. They asked about dx, then I can... Yeah, then I straight away do this thing. Yeah, should be okay. dx equals to dA plus ax. Yeah, no, I do... The equal sign doesn't look correct. Yeah, do like this. Okay, this is dA plus ax. We have the ax, right? Ax will be lambda. This is dA plus ax. So this one will be lambda for a plus b. Okay, so I will group the a together, alright? Because I know later I need to find the lambda one, definitely. So I'll group the a together. This one have 3a, this one have 4 lambda a, right? So I will just say 3 plus 4 lambda a. And I'll group the b together. This is lambda b, this is negative 1, right? So I write the lambda first, minus 1 b. Okay, I just like factorize out a and b like this, alright? Okay, this is my dx. Then, if dx equals to the mu db, or you can call it m db, but they read as mu or mu, something like that, but I think it's mu. Okay, we call it m, alright? I'm not so sure about the pronunciation of this sign. Alright, so okay, so dx equals to m db. So find the value of lambda and m. So dx we have already, we solved already. And is it possible for us to get db? D to b, yes, we have already. db is 7a minus b. Nice. So I copy down the dx, alright? So, okay, let me do it here. So 3 plus 4 lambda a plus lambda minus 1b equals to m db 7a minus, what is that? 7a minus b. Yeah, 7a minus b. Right, so we need to solve this equation to find the lambda and mu. So yeah, I will just comparing a for both sides. Alright, comparing a for my left hand side will be 3 plus 4 lambda. And a for my right hand side will be 7m, right? Because I need to multiply n for both. So it will be 7m. Okay, I leave this equation, solve it later. And then I'm comparing b. So if you're comparing b at my left hand side will be lambda minus 1. And b for my right hand side will be negative m. So yeah, I can get m or lambda here. Yeah, depend which one you like. Okay, maybe I make m as subject easier. So it'll be 1 minus lambda, isn't it? So I will sub my m into this equation. So 3 plus 4 lambda equals to 7. 1 minus lambda. So 3 plus 4 lambda equals to 7 minus 7 lambda. So 11 lambda equals to 4. So lambda equals to 4 over 11. Alright, then this is 1 minus 4 over 11 equals to m. M equals to 7 over 11. Yeah, this is how we solve this kind of vector questions. Yeah, a lot of substitution here. And you kind of need to understand the vector a little bit. But I won't say this vector is hard. So yeah, just check it out. This is how we're doing this. And remember about comparing methods. It's very useful here. Okay. So move on to number 10. A1. So they ask you to sketch the graph for ex minus 5. Ex graph is quite simple, right? It just looks like this. Alright, this is standard ex graph. But because minus 5, the graph going to go down 5 units. So you will have a line. Okay, when y equals to ex, right? Your graph will never touch at 0, okay? This is x-axis. You will never touch at y equals to 0. When minus 5, your graph cannot touch at negative 5. So let's say this is negative 5. I just draw a dotted line for it. So my graph will never touch this line. So you kind of have something like this. And then I will need to find my y-intercept because they always want to cut the coordinate axis. So I will do when x equals 0. X equals to 0, you will get 1. When x equals 0, y equals to 1 minus 5, y equals to negative 4. Yeah, then I will redraw a little bit because this one doesn't seem like negative 4. Yeah. Kind of closer to this one. Okay, touch at negative 4. Okay, both exit showing the exact coordinates of any point where the graph cut the coordinate axis. Yeah, we need to find x-intercept also. Y-intercept kind of easy. X-intercept will make y 0. So when y equals to 0, 0 equals to ex minus 5, ex equals to 5, x equals to ln 5. They ask about exact value, exact coordinates. So yeah, leave your answer in ln 5 will be good. Okay, this is how you actually get 3 marks. So find the range value of k for which ex minus 5 equal to k have no solution. Okay, so no solution means what? I say the ex graph can never touch at 5, right? Never touch at 5, and any value below 5 will be math error. So y, find the range, right? So y must be less than equals to 5. Because when y equals to 5, have no solution. Y less than 5, have no solution. And you might think, how far this graph will go? This graph will actually go to infinity also. So therefore, you don't need to think any part above the negative 5, it's not possible to have no solution. Always have one solution. Unless the value is below the negative 5, then it will have no solution. And over here, I think the important sign must have the equal. Okay? And by the way, I cannot write the y here. I should use back the k. Yeah, because they ask about find the values of k, right? Yeah, because I understand this one is a y, right? Y equals to k. So k equals to y. So just I straight away write the y. So yeah, you need to change it back to the k. Okay, B. Simplify the log a square root 2 plus log a and plus log a 1 over 2. Give your answer in the form p log a 2. Where p is the constant. Kind of need to simplify and leave your answer in this form. So everything is log a, just nice, factorize out the log a. Plus mean multiply. Square root 2, yeah. I can make everything in terms of 2, right? Square root 2 is 2 power of half. A is 2 power of 3. Half is 2 power of negative 1. Right, then multiply. The indices tell us multiply is plus for the power, right? Plus 3 minus 1. So my log a, yeah, this is 3.5, 2.5. Is it 2.5? Yeah. 5 over 2. But we do not want in this form, we have a p value. So it's 5 over 2 log a2. Alright, 2 mark for it. Solve the equation. Different base, change it into the same base. Okay, when you change the same base, you have two choices. You can either change the base 3 into the base 9 or change the base 9 into the base 3. But whenever you want to choose, always choose to change the largest one to the smallest one. Easiest. Okay, of course you ask me, can change the 3 to 9 or not? Yes, you can, but slightly harder. But for me, it's almost the same. But I prefer change the largest one because easier for me. So this is log 3x. This one will give me 2, right? Log 3, 9 is 2. So over 2, is it same with the... never mind. Okay, it's fine. I just do like this lah. Because sometimes we take it out, become half here. But then, it's fine. So I multiply 2 for the whole equation. So 2 log 3x minus log 3 4x equals to 2. I times 2 here, and then 2 I move up to become the power here. And then we know log, we can actually factorize out the 3. This one will be x squared over 4x equals to 2. Minus mean divide, right, in log. So, yeah, x and x I simplify. So the 3 move to the other side, x over 4 equals to 3 over 2. So therefore x over 4 equals to 9. X equals to 36. Right, this is just how to solve this kind of log questions. Okay, just let me explain further a little bit. What if I want to change this one into the base 9? I can do that also. Log 9 over log 9 x and 3 minus log 9 4x equals to 1. Okay, because what? Log 9 3, because a lot of you cannot straight away see this one as 0.5. This is half. Yeah, so this is the reason why log 3 9 it seems easier to understand, right? Because log 3 9 is 3 square, right? So you move the 2 to the front, you know this one is kind of 2. Log 3 3 is 1. But log 9 3, you kind of need to change the 3 into the 9 power of half. Because square root 9 you get 3, isn't it? So this one will give you half. So this is the reason why I say always change the largest power to the smallest one. It will be easier. But if you solve this one, you still get back the same result. So no need to worry which one you change. And in fact, most of you can use the calculator also, right? Yep. Last questions. Yeah, trigonometry. So cosec theta over cosec theta minus theta equals to secant square theta. It asks you to show. So show, always choose the side with more information. So I will choose this side. And cosec will be 1 over sine theta over cosec 1 over sine theta minus sine theta. Okay. So make the same denominator. So this is over 1, right? So what I will do is I will multiply sine theta. I multiply sine theta. So then I will, this top is still remain the same. Bottom will be 1 minus sine square theta over sine theta. Alright, then I will kind of flip over. So this is 1 over sine theta. So divide, if I change to multiply, divide I've changed to multiply. Here I kind of need to flip over, right? Sine theta over 1 minus sine square is cos square theta. Then sine and sine I simplify. I get 1 over cos square theta, which is secant square theta. Sure. Alright, so yeah, just need to change a little bit. It shouldn't be too hard. Okay, so yeah, it's lag again. Not sure what happens to my computer. Yeah, it's go back to normal. I hope. Okay, yes, good. Hence, solve this equation, and then I need to find what's the similarity between the equation given and this one. It's kind of the same, but then I have a 2 here, which is I do not want to have 2 here. So what I will do is I will move the 2 to the other side to become divide 2. Then I will get exactly the same thing, isn't it? So therefore, secant square theta. Oh my god. Okay, so secant square theta equals to 4. Then I need to solve this one. Okay. So I move the square first. Secant theta equals to positive negative 2. So 1 over cos theta equals to positive negative 2. So cos theta will equals to positive negative 1 over 2. So we kind of need to find out all the positive and negative value for cos theta, and then you will do the inverse cos, positive negative half here. So type in the calculator, you should be able to get 60 degree, 120 degree, 240 degree, 300 degree. Okay, just use back the simple way. This is theta, 180 minus theta, 180 plus theta, and 200 and 360 minus theta. Because you shift cos 1 over 2, you will get 60, right? Then you just plug in the 60 into the 4 different quadrants. Because it have positive, negative, so therefore 4 different quadrants also can be used. So you will get 4 different angles here. Okay? Okay, last one. So the square root 3 tangent equals to 1. Give your answer in terms of pi. Alright, so I hope you have new calculator so that you no need to like memorize it, or else it might be a little bit hard for you. Okay, 1 over square root 3 should be, yeah, pi over 6 is the 30 degree. Alright, so x, you will do inverse tangent 1 over 3. So x plus pi over 4 equals to pi over 6, which is 30 degree. Just in case you do not have advanced calculator, your calculator cannot do this for you, you kind of need to memorize the triangle for 30 degree. For 30 degree, 90, right? So you have 3, this is 1, this is 3. No, this is, sorry. 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2. Oh, this is square root 3. Sorry, this is 2. This is 2. Yeah. So you need to remember this triangle. So therefore, tangent 30 is OA, right? So it's 1 over square root 3. So it's 30 degrees. Then 30 degree in radian we call pi over 6. Yeah. So anyways, tangent positive, you should have more than one angle, isn't it? Add sugar to coffee. Tell you tangent will be positive in the third quadrant. Third quadrant is pi plus theta, isn't it? So you plus pi, you will get 7 pi over 6. So my x will be, yeah, minus them, which is pi over 6 minus pi over 4. So, okay, you will get negative, so this one is rejected. So I will only have one answer, I believe. Maybe I find the second quadrant, rotate second round again, because yeah, I didn't work out the range here. Yeah, we can work out the range for the angle. That means we plus pi over 4 for both sides. So this is pi over 4. This one should be 9 pi over 4. So yeah, we try to do 2 theta plus pi over 6. So this is 13 over 6 pi. I think this value is within this range. So yeah. So this one, let's say I minus pi over 4. Should be less than 2 pi, right? Yeah, less than 2 pi. So nice. So I will get 23 over 12 pi. And then this one will be 7 pi over 6 minus pi over 4. So this one is 11 over 12 pi. And okay, why I will cancel out the first angle here? Because we want the new range, which is the x plus pi over 4 here. So I need to plus pi over 4 for both sides. 0 plus pi over 4 is pi over 4. Then this is 9 pi over 4. But because the pi over 6 is before this one, because pi over 6 is smaller than the pi over 4. So therefore, this angle is not in the range. So therefore, I need to take it out. And why I will realize I didn't take it out is wrong is because just now I actually used the pi over 6 minus pi over 4, and then I get negative angle. I shouldn't get negative because my angle must start from 0. So this is the reason why you erase the first one. So you have these two answers, and which is 3 marks.